The problem with causality is, suppose we find out that, suppose we are looking for how did A come. So we find B as its cause. Naturally, the same link, the question will be then how did B come? So we will find C as the cause of it. We will again ask then how did C come? Oh, D as the cause of it. Like that, if you go to any extent up to Z or even beyond, the question will not stop. We will ask how did Z come to be? So if you consider God is the creator of the world, we will ask then who created God? How did he come to be? This is a flaw in the causal logic, in causality itself. That is, it is called infinite regression in logic. In our Sanskrit language, in our literature, it is called anavastha dosha. It is a dosha. Anavastha dosha. What is that? You never get a stable ground by this logical sequence. You will never be able to attain the fundamental point, because there is nothing called fundamental. According to this logic, the question of why will continue. Do you understand this? There is no difficulty if you... But we have to be very certain about it, that this is the flaw in the causality. So causality is the idea we are gaining from the world we see around. But by definition, it cannot be applied to the ultimate truth. If there is anything called ultimate truth, that causality cannot be applied there. The causality is functioning in this objective universe. Suppose if any other object you find as the cause of this objective universe, that object is also within the universe. How do you say that it is outside? Then also it is included. What has caused that? If it is Big Bang, how did it happen? Big Bang, the further cause will be there. So causality, time and causality and time are inseparably linked, because whatever is preceding in time we call cause, and whatever is following in time we call it effect. Is it not? So this time and causality by themselves, it is a cyclic movement taking place around in the objective world. We cannot attain the absolute by that. We have to transcend the causality to reach the absolute. Now, here we have our consciousness, which is the seer of the entire world. It is not the body-mind limited consciousness, but which we find as in which the whole universe appears to be. So, which is not an object that it will undergo the causality. It is the subject. It can never be known as, oh, I have known this is Atma, this is the consciousness. No. Atma can only be known as the amness, as our own identity, as the amness. If Atma could be known, say, oh, today I have discovered Atma, it is this. Then that which revealed the Atma is the real Atma, not the revealed. The revealer of the Atma will be the real Atma. Do you get it? It can never be known as something different from me. Rather than object, I will say it can never be known as anything different from me. When anything, all different things are completely vanished, then the Atma reveals itself. So there cannot be any objectitude, any causality there at all. It is transcending causality. Actually, the universe is just it appears to be. It is not a parinama srishti, means that there was no material available from which the universe has been made. Then that material would have been the universe. Dream, often we say dream, because dream is a very close example to understand it. In dream, what happens? That suddenly a new world appears in your consciousness. You don't have to make anything. A huge world with all kinds of spacecraft and train and whatever you want, palace, and how many, if you want many wives, that also will be there. Everything. It is appearing. You cannot even say that, suppose in dream your mother has come. You cannot say that I thought about mother. In the dream, the mother's thought came first and then I saw mother. Or mother came first or then I thought about mother. No. The thought and the projection of the world is together. Is it not? The moment it is projected, it is projected. Huge. I was telling that often in my dream I see beautiful huge spacecrafts. That is the specialty. I don't know why I see, but I see that moving around, just coming down, huge, beautiful spacecraft with somebody also sitting, maybe sometimes some beings and all, whatever. So I did not have to learn the science of that, making that vehicle, or I did not have to construct that vehicle. It just appears and I see. Like that, whatever happens in dream, there is no time sequence. When I say time sequence, actually in the dream world, there will be time sequence. In the dream world, you will go to the toilet, and when you proceed, you reach the toilet. All these are causal and time sequences there. Is it not? In the dream world, there is a dream causality, dream time sequence. But in the ultimate sense, when the dream world is projected, there is no causality, there is no time. Try to understand it. Then lot of problem will go. The Swapna world will follow certain causality. You are telling somebody that your son is not listening to that, you give a slap. All this can happen in the Swapna. They are all event of causality. But in projection of the world, it is just out of nothing it gets projected. That is why we say that in Brahman, that the whole world is born out of sankalpa. Sankalpa means that the moment the thought comes, it is there. Like that in the universal consciousness, the thought of the universe appears. We refer to Brahma and all those are all models, but it is like this.